We are live. I am cold. It's crazy, yo. It's cold as hell. Cold as hell. Yes, sir. So Andor season 8 was last night. Forrest Whitaker's like I said, this is the story about Cassian Andor, who was in the movie, wasn't really the most important character, but they decided to give him a role. They're showing how he got into being a rebel. Remember, the last episode, he got away. He got away. And then they captured him on some BS. And then they charged him for 6 years. So now he's in the holding or the prison or whatever you call it. But welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. If you haven't seen Rogue One, you're not going to know what we're talking about. We got to see how Forrest Whitaker's character was involved with all of this. And we also saw how the man's assistant to tell him you've gone soft, you're losing sight of what needs to be done. And they basically cut all their communications to, of course, the one girl who used to be Andor's girl, and his mother, and of course, I guess his friend. The white lady with white hair basically got the dude who screwed the mission up in the first 3 episodes. She basically told him to forget about it and that she's going to take his information and use it to good use, which she did. But these idiots don't know that they got Cassian already. He's already locked up. And these idiots are looking stupid. They don't know what's going on. They're like, huh? They already got him locked up. He's going under another name. A whole nother name. And it's like, okay. We see where this is going. But overall, it's been a good show. I thought it would be terrible, but at first I was like, man, what is this? But as I started to watch it, man, it happened to my inner LB. And just stick around. You know, don't you know? But they were showing you where they built the stuff for the Empire at. It's basically showing you how it would be in real life. If you went to jail or went to prison, they put you under manual labor. And it was interesting to see. Now, Andor has to figure out a way how he gonna get out of there, but he got to be careful because the two people he helped go steal the money from, they're trying to kill him now. The girl that he let go, who I been knew her and the other girl were lovers. If you couldn't see that was lesbo action, I don't know what to tell you. And I know who the woman of the relationship is. It's the little old pink girl. The Indian chick, she basically on the man of it. But they were sent from the old guy's assistant to take Andor out because they don't want the information about the rebels to get out. So Andor got away. He didn't come back. He left. And his mother told him, you can't come back because they're going to be looking for you. Because he killed two people who are part of the rebels. Not the rebels, but the Imperial, it's the Imperial Guard, I believe. I believe it's the Imperial Guard that work with the Empire. And now he got the rebels trying to kill him because they don't want the information to get out. But unbeknownst to everybody, he's locked up. Nobody knows where this guy's at. And they're probably going to post his picture. And what I'm thinking on the next episode, somebody's going to see it and say, wait a minute. Wait one goddamn minute. I know him. That's that dude. Watch. Somebody's going to notice him. But he was about to give away his information. At first, they thought he was a part of the rebel group. They were trying to talk to him in code, and then they found out, like, he played it off. But we got to see Forrest Whitaker character. We got to see him in the other guy, which all these people are from Rogue One. And all it's doing is showing us how they got to Rogue One, how they were able to click up, and how they were able to get things done. This is basically the prequel to Rogue One. That's all this is. Because remember, Rogue One played an instrumental key in them finding out about the Death Star. Remember, they got the information on the Death Star and all the other ships. And they gave it to Leia. Remember, before Vader came and just murked everybody off. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the Empire don't play. They don't play at all. They don't play. So now they done buckled down on everybody in the universe. They're really just putting a stranglehold on it. But I gotta admit, man, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's kind of slow. If you don't like slow shows or sitting there and all that, you fall asleep easily, you're gonna do that. But it's a good show. It is a good show. Last night's episode was good. We got to see people got tortured from the planet that Cassian grew up on. Well, yeah, he was raised, like he wasn't really, he raised on, he didn't grow up there. He grew up somewhere else. But yeah. Cassian's story, man, is, he's a guy who's had to get by doing certain stuff. And hey, thus far, so yeah. Also in news, Shaquille for the Bucks, outside backer, he's out for the year. He has a torn Achilles. And you saw when he went down that it just was easy to run on the outside of him, where he was at. So that's sad news to hear. Hope he gets better. But yeah, I really want to see what we're going to have after this series. Are we going to go into something else? Like, I want to see Ahsoka, but I think they're saying Mandalorian ain't coming out till, I think it might be coming out Christmas. I hope it comes out this year, but I'm hearing it's going to be next year. Be upset at, so I'm trying to figure out what they're going to put in between after Andor's over with. Episodes, 10 episodes, I'm not sure, but I got to see. Because Star Wars has been having some good shows. I'm going to go back and watch the Clone Wars again, then I'm going to go watch Rebels, and just go back, nostalgic purposes, and I'm going to give you guys reviews on those episodes that I watch. It's going to be my Blast from the Past series. So I'll talk to you guys about that, you know. But the American Werewolf by Night, make sure you watch that on Marvel, man. American Werewolf by Night is a good movie. I mean, it's a good, not movie, but it's a good little mini television movie or whatever you want to call it. I forgot all that. LB told me, I can't think of it. But I knew that white girl and that Indian, I knew they were lesbian. I knew they were. I saw it. I said, yeah, because they were always close and always on each other and stuff. Then they started holding hands. This is why you love me so much. I'm like, oh my gosh. Really it got to push that. It's like, look, man, push this down your throat. You're going to take it and accept it. And it's like, come on, man. Like, everybody's tired of this. And I done met some white people, man, who done told me, man, like, they don't like the shit either. I done met some Latinas that told me they don't like that shit. They do not like that same sex stuff. They don't like it. It's so stupid. To me, I don't know why they're showing it, that part. But the Indian chick, she's there to she's basically there to see if Cassian comes home, which most likely I'm thinking he's gonna come back home, because he's gonna hear about what's going on out there, and he's gonna come back home, and that's when things gonna pop off. That's what I'm thinking is what's gonna happen. And I mean, like I said, I'm trying to, man, I hope this ends perfectly. Because after this series is over, I'm going to go watch Rogue One. After this series is over, I'm going to go watch Rogue One. Because I done forgot about Rogue One, but that was a good-ass movie. Rogue One was a classic. You know, it was a classic. Classic. So we'll see where they go from here. I'm also hearing Marvel and that. Yeah. We're gonna get a crossover of DC Because remember, they did a comic book where they did cross over back in the day. So now that we got James Gunn, we're going to get that. The whole idea of having James Gunn is to practically rebuild the DC universe, the DCEU. You see, the animated movies and the comic books of the DC of Detective Comics has been extraordinary. We've had a lot of classics, and they're still coming out with good material. The problem is you just didn't have the people with the vision. Warner Brothers was too busy. All the old heads were too busy jumping in to stuff being done. Like if the movie's being done a certain way, they jump in. If you go look up Kevin Smith, I think that's his name, Kevin Smith, Kevin James, I don't know what his name is. The dude from Jay and Silent Bob. Silent Bob guy, that guy. He basically tells you about Warner Brothers and how they really are, that they're really retarded. They're really dumb. They really don't know what the hell they're doing. They just jump in trying to put ideas to stuff. They're thinking about merchandising instead of thinking about making a great movie. You see, this is why they love Batman so much, because they can merchandise Batman. But with Superman, they're trying to put giant spiders and all this stuff that has nothing to do with Superman in its entirety, because they're just trying to say, oh, we're trying to sell merchandise. And that's where you go wrong. That's how you screw a movie up. You know, that's just what they do. It's sad to hear, but that's just how they are. That's how they are, man. So, you know, I just look at it like this could be a real big win for Warner Brothers, and I hope it is. I mean, for DC, I don't care about Warner Brothers, but I hope DC, you know, gets this right. Because like I said, I'm a DC guy. And plus I heard also from somebody that that they might be coming out with Batman versus Deathstroke. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's gonna be awesome. If they do Batman versus Deathstroke and it goes like I plan to do, because Deathstroke is my favorite DC character. You know, he's my favorite guy. You know, he's my dog. You know, he don't play that. You know, the Red Hood has grown on me, but the Red Hood really didn't grow on me until the comic book Three Jokers. When the Three Jokers came out, the Red Hood I thought was better on there than he was in the past, because they just made him a mindless murderer, just murdering stuff. But hey, it's cool with me. Shoot, I'll be like, take him out, Red Hood, because you know Jason Todd, he got beat to death. In the Three Jokers, he was getting beat up the same way, and he smoked one of the Jokers. He blew one of the Jokers' brains out. I was like, damn, Jason Todd is vicious. Vicious, I tell you. So, you know. So that'll be interesting. We got some good stuff coming, man. Can't wait for it. Yeah, thank you for listening. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can go to my description box, hit that link to my Cash App where you can donate whatever your heart's desire. You guys can also find me on Zelle. Email me for my phone number and I'll give it to you so you can find me. Also, you guys can super chat whenever we go live or we premiere video. And when the video is done or you've watched it in its entirety, you guys can leave a super thanks, which acts as a super chat but is after the video's done. So yeah, man, Andor episode, I give it 3 stars. Yeah, I give it 3 stars out of 4. This past episode, the series so far, I'll give 3 or 3.5. No, I give it 3 stars out of 4 for the whole series. But the last episode was 3 stars out of 4. So thank y'all for listening. I'm out. Deezy.